Have you ever wondered how critical accessibility is in UI/UX design? Let's delve into that. At the heart of accessibility in design are the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, or WCAG for short. These guidelines form the foundation for creating digital experiences that are inclusive for all, including those with disabilities. The latest version, WCAG 2.1, is based on 4 key principles: making content perceivable, operable, understandable, and robust, often abbreviated as POUR. So, what does this mean for UI/UX design? Well, perceivable means ensuring that users can sense your content regardless of their abilities. Operable ensures users can interact with your designs, while understandable makes sure your content is clear and concise. Finally, robust ensures your design can work with a wide range of technologies. As you can see, following accessibility guidelines is a must for inclusive design. Designing for accessibility means considering all users, including those with disabilities. It's about creating a digital world where everyone can participate fully and effectively. Let's delve into what this means. In designing for users with visual impairments, consider factors like color contrast and text size. For instance, high-contrast color schemes can make text easier to read, and resizable text can accommodate users with varying degrees of vision. For individuals with hearing impairments, visual cues and transcripts can be invaluable. They can access information through captions, transcripts for audio content, and visual indicators for sound alerts. When considering motor impairments, ensure your design allows for different forms of navigation. Not everyone can use a mouse or touchscreen. Keyboard navigation and voice commands can be vital for these users. Lastly, designing for cognitive impairments means making your content understandable. Avoid complex language, provide clear instructions, and keep layouts consistent. Also consider the use of helpful tools, such as spell checkers and predictive text, to assist users with dyslexia or memory issues. These are just a few strategies to enhance accessibility. Each user's needs are unique, and a one-size-fits-all approach won't work. It's about flexibility, adaptability, and understanding that your user base is diverse. By considering the needs of users with disabilities, we can create more inclusive digital experiences. Remember, when we design for accessibility, we improve the user experience for everyone, not just those with disabilities. Assistive technologies play a significant role in making digital content accessible. Let's start with screen readers. These useful tools interpret and navigate digital content for users with visual impairments. They transform text into synthesized speech or braille, allowing users to interact with websites, applications, and digital platforms in a meaningful way. Next up, we have voice user interfaces, also known as VUIs. These are becoming increasingly popular. They enable users to interact with digital platforms using voice commands. Think of Siri, Alexa, or Google Assistant. Designing for VUIs involves creating intuitive voice commands and responses, making digital experiences more accessible for users with motor or visual impairments. We also have alternative input devices that adapt UI/UX for users with limited mobility. This includes tools like eye-tracking software, sip and puff systems, or even foot mice. Lastly, let's not forget about captioning and transcripts. They ensure multimedia content is accessible to all, particularly those with hearing impairments. Embracing assistive technologies empowers us to design for a diverse user base. Inclusive design practices go a long way in ensuring accessibility. Let's delve into this. Providing alternative text for images and icons is a fundamental practice. It not only benefits users with visual impairments by describing the content through screen readers, but also aids in situations where the image fails to load or the user has turned off images. Next up, we have color contrast. Ensuring proper color contrast is crucial for legibility, especially for users with color blindness or low vision. High contrast between text and background colors makes the content easier to read and comprehend. Designing clear and concise content is another key practice. This helps users with cognitive impairments to understand the information without being overwhelmed. It's about delivering the message in the simplest way possible. The technique of progressive disclosure also fits in here. It involves revealing information gradually to keep the user engaged and prevent cognitive overload. This approach is particularly beneficial for complex interfaces. Optimizing keyboard accessibility is another practice that cannot be overlooked. Some users, especially those with motor disabilities, rely heavily on keyboard navigation. Ensuring all interactive elements are keyboard accessible and managing focus effectively can greatly enhance the user experience. Finally, avoid reliance on specific input methods such as mouse-only interactions. An inclusive design must accommodate different input methods, including touch, voice, and alternative input devices. Inclusive design is all about creating an accessible experience for all users. And that wraps up our discussion on inclusive design practices. Remember, inclusion is not a one-time effort, but an ongoing commitment. Testing and validation are key to ensuring your designs are truly accessible. Think of it as the final checkpoint in your design process. It's where you confirm that all the accessibility strategies you've implemented have hit the mark. Start with conducting accessibility audits and evaluations. These assessments will help you pinpoint any areas in your design that might be falling short in terms of accessibility. It's like a health check for your design's inclusivity. User testing with individuals with disabilities is another crucial step. This provides invaluable insights into how your design performs in real-life scenarios, from the perspective of those who will benefit the most from your accessibility efforts. Don't forget about automated accessibility testing tools. They are your allies in this process. These resources can quickly scan your design for common accessibility issues, saving you time and ensuring nothing slips through the cracks. Regular testing helps us identify and address accessibility issues, enhancing the overall user experience. Accessibility in UI/UX design is more than just a compliance issue. It's a commitment to ethical design, acknowledging that digital experiences should be universally inclusive. From a business standpoint, it's a smart move. By designing for accessibility, we're expanding our reach to a larger audience, including those with disabilities, and fostering customer loyalty through positive user experiences. Inclusive design doesn't just benefit users with disabilities, it benefits everyone. For instance, closed captions aren't just useful for those with hearing impairments, they're also handy in a noisy environment or when you need to keep the volume down. Designing for diverse user needs and preferences means stepping out of our own experiences and considering how others interact with our designs. It's about empathy, understanding, and respect for our users. Remember, a great user experience is one that works well for all users, regardless of their abilities or circumstances. Designing with accessibility in mind is about creating better experiences for all users.